adjust it from there. So show me, is it working?
Yeah.
You need to demo. Okay, so hopefully everyone out there in Facebook land can see us. This is obviously Mike Palmer from the Know Your Rights group with a very important coronavirus update. Obviously ScoMo gave his address to the nation yesterday, and on the face of it he was saying all the right things, trying to calm everybody down, but of course we've seen the reality only 24 hours later, and that everyone is still well and truly in panic mode. Nothing has changed. The supermarket shelves are still bare. People still can't get toilet paper. Everybody is still discussing online and everywhere else about the impending, looming lockdown. So that's obviously not going away. The next thing that's now popped up, which people really need to be aware of, is the next step in the plan, and that is the coming petrol crisis. So again, I can only speak obviously from my position here in Melbourne. It will be the figures will be slightly different in other states, but here in Melbourne, the average price of unleaded was $1.15. I think just a couple of days ago. A lot of places now have it over $1.50. So there has been a huge increase in the price of petrol here in Melbourne, and I'm imagining most people have seen it in their state as well. Obviously, I've been telling people, privately, friends, family that I know for some time now, make sure you go and get fuel, go and grab some jerry cans, stock up, because fuel is going to be the next thing that they target, and lo and behold, that's exactly what's happening now. Our intel is that the next step is they're going to stop delivering fuel. They're going to stop the tankers delivering fuel, so there's going to be actually a fuel shortage. And my guess is that could very well be how they either create, manufacture, or lead into this lockdown. So it might not be a technical "you are all locked down, you must stay in your homes," but it may be a manufactured lockdown. Basically, if there's no fuel, no one can go anywhere anyway. So obviously I don't have a crystal ball, I can't tell you exactly how it's going to happen, but fuel is the next thing. So please, if you haven't already done so, make sure your vehicles are kept topped up at all times. Go and grab some jerry cans or whatever else you can to store fuel in, and make sure you have some supplies to get you through for a couple of days, because that's going to be the next thing. Now, the other point that I want to address is that, look, have a look at what's happening. Logically, people know that most people are going to get the coronavirus at some point. Most people also know that if they get it, they're going to fully recover. It's not going to be an issue. Most people know that toilet paper is manufactured in this country, so there's no actual shortage. Most people know that there are limits on what you can buy in the supermarket, so there's no need to hoard. But what people know logically, and what the fear that they feel, their emotions, are two completely different things. Now, this is something I obviously talk about in my success coaching seminars, and we are seeing it play out in the real world, in real life. People know that there's nothing to worry about. People know logically there's nothing to panic about, yet they're still doing exactly that. So, please be aware that this is not going away. Okay, ScoMo did technically everything right to quell that fear, to stop that fear. But yet people are still going nuts. People are still going crazy. So as I said on our radio show the other night, it's going to get worse before it gets better. You don't need to panic, but you do need to prepare. Now, there's been a couple of very, very concerning reports that have come out of all places. No surprises there. Queensland. And a couple of our members have sent us through a few articles. Now, I'm just going to read very quickly the top of this, because this is something that, if you're in this category yourself, or you've got family or friends that are, you need to be aware, and you may want to consider where you're actually positioned right now. I'm just going to read the top line. You can look the article up for yourself. This is out of the Gold Coast Bulletin, and it says, "It has emerged that severely ill patients may not be admitted to intensive care units if they have chronic health conditions that mean it is unlikely they will survive COVID-19 under dramatic new guidelines." So if you're in a high-risk category, if you've got a pre-existing condition, if they deem that you're likely not to survive the coronavirus, they're not actually going to admit you to ICU. Now, the reason that they're doing this, of course, is because they don't want to flood the ICU with patients that they can't handle. But obviously that's very worrying and very concerning for those people who are in those categories. So again, I just want to bring it to your attention. I just want to make you aware. Another one of the people that I'm connected with put an article from the Queensland Police talking about how wonderful they were, and despite all the coronavirus, they were out there arresting people and still stopping crimes and everything, because the schools were closed, businesses were closed, all these other things that haven't actually happened yet. So what did the Queensland Police Service know that the rest of us apparently don't? So things are in the wind, things are happening behind the scenes. Again, as I said to everybody on Tuesday night, my best guess at this point, and it changes on a daily basis, is that they're going to shut the schools next week before the school holidays technically start, but to essentially extend the school holidays to have the least impact on the community as possible. And then the lockdown, whether an official lockdown or whether a manufactured de facto lockdown because of the lack of fuel, I think that's going to follow shortly from there. So again, grab your fuel, get your money out of the banks. Look how quickly they ran on toilet paper, for crying out loud. Look how quickly the supermarket shelves have been emptied. Okay, cash is king. Get your money out so you've got something to barter with, something to trade with, because if the internet goes down, all these tap and go systems go down too. You won't be able to buy anything anywhere. So please look after yourselves. Please protect yourselves. And for those of you who are in Melbourne, I just want to reconfirm that our Melbourne live events are definitely still going ahead this Friday, Saturday and Sunday. It's at the Matthew Flinders Hotel in Chadstone. You do need to pre-book your tickets though, so jump on our website. I know people had some issues accessing our website during the week due to some DNS issues, but they have all been sorted. You will be able to get onto our website now. You will be able to secure your seats. So if you want to know all the incredible information that we teach, plus of course a running update on the coronavirus, we of course will be sharing all that intel with everybody who attends at those live events. So we look forward to seeing many of you there, and we'll be back again live on Facebook video as soon as we need to give everyone another update. So as always, people, stay safe and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.